The question came up, should we pay a distribution? And to do that, you would go to financial management and you see the field to issue a distribution or pay out a distribution. Distribution is giving profits that you've retained in your company back to the shareholders. So it comes out of retained earnings. The first question you have to ask is, why do we want to pay a distribution? You have a lot of options if you actually do have some cash available at the company to do other things with that cash. One of them is just keep it as a cushion to take care of some of your cash needs in the short term. The other options are continue to retain the cash and invest it back into the company, into training, marketing, perhaps a new building, new facility, a computer system, whatever it might be. We could also, with cash, if we have any, we could pay off debt. And in this case, you see that we got an 11% interest rate that we're paying on the 1.1 million in short-term debt. We could also, for a public company or a private company, if shareholders are willing, we could buy back some stock with that cash. So we have a lot of options. Question number one is, why do you want to pay a distribution or a dividend? For a public company, it can help the stock price because it's a way of returning value to shareholders. For a private company, the same thing. But back to the second question, maybe it should be the first question, is can we even pay a distribution? In this case that I've set up in the simulation, we can't because we don't have any cash. If we're paying a cash distribution, need to actually have some cash. If you go to your balance sheet, you can see as well the cash position on the balance sheet. You can see same number. And unfortunately, it's negative. And one of the things we could do, just in the way I've set this up at the starting point, is that our accounts receivable from customers is a bit on the high end. We're giving them 45 days to pay us. After we deliver the service, the policy, the product to them, they have 45 days. Maybe if we bring that down, let's say 30 days, what would happen? Well, right there, our cash position in this year goes up. And you see it has turned positive over here. Now our customer satisfaction dropped a little bit because we are asking customers to pay us quicker. They enjoy having a reasonable amount of time to pay you for the service that you've given them. So you could have a negative impact on CSI, but if it's not too bad and it helps you as a business, it might be worth doing. Now we got a little bit of cash and we have to come back to the questions. Do we want that cash to be a cushion for us in the short term just for operations as we run the company? If we say, well, I don't quite need that much, all right, maybe we can apply some of that cash not to distributions, but rather to short-term debt. And maybe we pay off 150,000 euros. Boom, you can see that now my cash goes back down a bit. Maybe we say, hey, 92,000 euros is enough cushion, and I'm paying off that debt, saving a little bit of interest. And then later, once we stop the bleeding in terms of the interest that we're paying, we can reassess putting some of the excess cash that we have as a payment out to shareholders. Hope that helps. Thanks a lot.